How has the high cost of fuel affected your budget? Welcome to Jest World YouTube channel, where we live, learn, adventure, and charity. We talk about finance, travel, personal development, and community service. If you're interested in this kind of content, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you. These have been the scenes for the past few weeks in Kenya, occasioned by absence of fuel or perhaps hoarding of fuel. Long queues at the gas station, which has resulted into traffic everywhere there is a petrol station with fuel. What has been your experience? Have you suffered or you planned yourself ahead, and how did you plan? Because this shortage was not anticipated. How are you managing this crisis? Here are some tips you can practice whenever there is a fuel shortage. Remember, you're not limited to these tips. You can always use any other tips, and you can also comment down below with tips that you can share with us to also practice and manage this crisis. The first tip is plan well. The amount of fuel needed throughout the shortage period, and remember, you may consume more than normal. For instance, in Kenya, when the shortage started, it was because they were anticipating that the fuel prices would go up, as the fuel prices are reviewed every 14th day of the month. And therefore, we are not certain as to whether there was really a shortage or people are hoarding fuel. Comment down below what you think. In that case, if you are in a position that whenever you find fuel, you can fill up your tank, that is the first tip. Fill up your tank, as you don't know the next time you'll be able to get fuel. And whenever you get another opportunity to be able to get fuel, add up to where the tank is. Now, the problem with this idea is that first, it is very expensive because you had not planned to consume fuel in that manner. However, it is saving you a lot because at the moment, people were queuing for fuel, and you would take even 1 hour or perhaps maybe if you're lucky 30 minutes to be able to get fuel. So at that time you're queuing, you're consuming fuel, and you're losing time. So it is, in a way, you consume a lot, but on the other hand, you still save something. And remember, this fuel, you're still going to use it. This crisis has affected everyone, whether you have fuel or you don't, because you are delayed in traffic as people are queuing at the gas stations, or you're queuing at the gas station. So try and plan well so that you see how well you can reduce the consumption. When planning, remember to notify people around you so that they are also cognizant of the fact that you are saving on fuel, and they manage their travel as convenient as it can get. The next tip is spend wisely. That is, purchase only what you require. In such times when there is a shortage, you're always tempted to stock up. First, you want to stock up by filling your tank, and you may even be tempted to buy in gallons and keep in the house to avoid the queues. Of course, this is a good idea, but remember, it is not free. It comes at a cost, which was not included in your budget. So you may consider to ensure you really spend what you have to. Applies to shopping for groceries and other items, because you may find yourself shopping extra due to the fact that you're anticipating there could be a shortage of the items also. The next tip is have a reserve fund. Always, shortage comes with extra costs which are not anticipated, and therefore the reserve fund comes in handy to complement the budget. Do not allow your supply to drop to low levels that cannot last a few days. The next tip is get more fuel than normal. Whenever you find fuel, fill up and refill every time the supply goes down. Do not allow the levels to go too low. As you can see, these queues are not funny, and if you have fuel, you'll be able to at least avoid traffic where possible, as well as the long queues at the gas station. The next tip is look for alternative mode of transport. During the period of shortage, you can either work from home or take the bus if you drive on a daily basis. For instance, in Kenya, if you're seeking more convenience, you can always consider using swivel, which is a mode of transport where you book your travel, unlike waiting for the bus at the bus station. And if you drop your kids at school, you may consider school bus for the period of the shortage. The next tip is use less fuel. Where possible, cut on travel and only travel when necessary and if you really have to. And where you need to go for meetings, you can consider avoiding physical meetings and practice more of online meetings. With the many apps that you can now use to meet online, you will have no reason not to have an online meeting. Comment down below with the measures that you have put in place to manage this fuel crisis, either as an individual or as a family. At this point, I want to thank my Premier Gang, my subscribers, and my viewers for your continued support. We really value you and we appreciate your continued support and feedback. Kindly remember to subscribe if you have not already subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss our weekly videos. Kindly also share with your friends and family so that they can join the Jest family. The next tip is carpooling. You may consider how many of your neighbors or your friends or your family live at the same time and go towards the same direction, and instead of using 2 or 3 cars or even 4, you may consider using one as a group, as long as it is convenient to everyone, and of course where possible. You may also consider your colleagues if you don't have immediate family or neighbors that you have the same timings. The next tip is working from home where possible. During the pandemic, it has really taught people that you can actually do your work as well as you do it in the office at home with the same environment. So perhaps this could be an option that you can consider if you're, of course, maybe self-employed or your employer can allow you to work from home, because some employers for sure will not allow you to work from home, and maybe your job does not also allow you to work from home, as you may require to meet clients who are not tech savvy or who opt or prefer to have physical meetings. The next tip is conduct regular maintenance checks to ensure your car consumption is very efficient, and of course if it is eco-friendly, it consumes less. The other tip is managing consumption of the items that you have at home. With the high cost of fuel, the cost of products also go up, so it is important to optimize and ensure you reduce wastage at every point, especially in the house or even at work. As we all know, increase in cost reduces the purchasing power of money. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly let us have your feedback on the videos that you would want to watch on this channel, and we appreciate the continued feedback we have been receiving. Remember, your wish is our command. We would like to introduce our new channel, Jest Cuisine Kitchen channel. We'll strictly deal with recipes. Let us know which recipes you want to watch on the channel. Also, we will do baking. If you're a baker and you would like us to visit you, kindly reach out to us. We shall also do food reviews. If you have a restaurant, kindly also let us know. We shall also have food adventures during our travels and eating competition. If you'd like to participate, kindly let us know. Our handles are Jest Cuisine Kitchen on all the social media pages.